In the same meeting, February 19th, 2025, I asked the National Commissioner about the lack of media attention relating to case number 111-2024, which deals with an incident where over 100 million rands worth of mandrax was found and no media statement was ever given. The reply from General Labia was that the clandestine lab was under further investigation. The latest status of that same case mentions firearms. It doesn't speak of drugs anymore. Please see attachment F882. If I may be allowed to expand on that before we go any further. Mandrax, 90% of it is probably consumed here on these Cape Flats. It was a drug that was manufactured and brought to the Cape Flats by the nationalists. It was how they subdued our people. So when you tell me that 100, because most of the mandrax addicts are to be found on the Cape Flats. When you tell me that 100 million rand drug bust was effected in KZN, and it doesn't get reported to the media, and we're told that it's under further investigation, it's almost 2 years later, still no media statement. And a few weeks ago, one of our sources tells us that that case number no longer speaks about drugs, it now speaks about firearms, which makes me suspect that that 100 million rands worth of mandrax did find its way to the Cape Flats. These type of things we don't get answers on. This is the type of thing I take very personally.
So just to be clear, in respect of the content of paragraph 17, which also speaks to security clearance issue, there's no evidence again. The fact that you've requested a response from the National Commissioner does not confirm that you were right on your allegations. Do you agree with that?
There's no allegation in paragraph 17, Advocate. I'm asking of the National Commissioner to provide the police portfolio a list of the generals who do not have the suitable clearance. That's all I'm asking. Now, when the National Commissioner commits in portfolio to bring us the list and never does, that should be a question of concern. Remember, about an hour ago, you asked me why I omitted a certain email. Now, trust me, that's going to raise suspicion. Simple email. So when I ask our National Commissioner, please bring us a list, including the 9 provincial commissioners, about who's not qualified to sit in that office, that list doesn't come. I'm allowed to be suspicious. And let me paint you a little picture. If you do not have a top-level security clearance, you are not allowed to see top-level classified documents. You're not allowed to. How can you be a provincial commissioner if you're not allowed to see top classified documentation? How can you dispense a budget if you're not allowed to see top-level classification? How do you give directive if you're not allowed to see top-level classified documents? How is this possible? Is it a wonder then that all 9 provinces are in trouble with crime? Because we have incompetent and unqualified people running the system. A general comes to this portfolio and says, I'm in possession of top secret documentation. Okay, fine. How does he know? Because we're not allowed to talk about it. Someone told him, but this committee didn't ask him that. But let's move. Sorry, my control issues are stepping in, sorry.
No, Mr. Adams, you are the witness.
No, I'm here to be led. I'm 100% here to be led tonight by a woman of all beautifulness. Welcome to the New South Africa. It's a beautiful thing.
In paragraph 18, Mr. Adams, you raise that you mentioned that there's an incident where over 100 million rands worth of mandrax was found and no media statement was made. You also say that the reply was, when you asked about it, was that there was an investigation. My question here is, why would it be a problem if the police is reluctant to publish an incident where drugs were found if the reason is that they're busy investigating? Wouldn't it compromise investigations if they make things public?
In my view, and I'm not an investigator, I say it again, if we've just cracked the biggest mandrax hub in the country, I think the SAPs should receive some credit. I think it should make the papers. And when I ask I think it was 4 months later, I'm told it's under investigation. And that is fine. And then again, we investigate and we are told, reliably told, and I'm asking this committee to look into this, that that case number no longer mentions Mandrax. The Mandrax has been removed of the case. 100 million rands worth of buttons.
What are you trying to suggest?
I think those drugs were stolen
By who?
by the South African Police Services.
And the National Commission is aware of it and he's condoning it.
Well, he is now. Let's see what he does.
Saying.
Look, if he didn't know, advocate, if he didn't know about it, he knows now. Let's see what he does about it.
Okay.
Let me assist you when SAPS talks about further investigation. Sindiso Makaka was killed 5 years ago. We're still told it's under investigation. So further investigation when it comes from those people means absolutely nothing to me.
Okay. You then proceed in paragraph 19 to raise an issue about a property that was purchased in Musgrave, KZN. And you say that crime intelligence purchased the property and they did it without a mandate. Is this the same property? Just before you answer, is this the same property that we heard from Mary Dahas, from Paul O'Sullivan, from Patricia Mashale, from Brown Mokhotsi? Is this the same property that you now also raise?
I know of 2 properties, so I don't want to speak. I don't want to speak out of turn. It may be. There's another place called the Feroz Hotel, which they're probably going to shoot me for now because that's, I don't know if it's classified, but it was unlawfully purchased. So crime intelligence has no mandate to purchase property unless Parliament approves it. When that property was purchased, I was a member of this House. I don't remember receiving that memo. They had no right to purchase that property. That is the sole responsibility of the Department of Public Works. That property was purchased using our tax money. And I'll tell this committee why. And Honorable Shongwe, my brother, who am I? I'm willing to bet my seat at this table in this House that that property is right now, as I sit here, housing the PKTT.
Again, Mr. Adams, I mean, we've heard that, and when Mr. Mokhotsi came and gave his evidence and also spoke about property that was purchased by crime intelligence, he is not sitting on the police portfolio committee, but he was aware that he's not allowed to make classified or speak of classified information and to make it available. We literally had to redact portions of his statement. But here you are, sitting on the police portfolio committee, familiar with the confidentiality and how these documents should be handled.
Let me assist you with this, ma'am. Please allow me. Crime intelligence has purchased this building. We should assume that it's for the business of crime intelligence. The PKTT is not an arm of crime intelligence. It shouldn't even know where the building is. They're being housed in these hotels. And I am willing to bet that they are being invoiced, that we, the taxpayers, are being invoiced to house the PKTT. They needed a washing machine. This is their washing machine.
Do you have any proof of any of the allegations that you just made?
I've mentioned earlier. Chairperson is a hand. Honorable Nola wants to object.
Honorable Nola.
Thanks, Chair. I hear the witness calling a house a washing machine. I don't understand. Maybe if you can elaborate. Are the people staying here washing clothes? Is there clothes there, or there are washing machines there so that people do laundry? Maybe if you can elaborate. We don't understand. How does a house become a washing machine?
You already have a long day and a long night. The statement must just be withdrawn. It does not belong here.
Chairperson, if I may, Chairperson. I'm going to ask that I be treated like every person before me except Mary Das.
Yeah, let's not make it a
No,
point.
Chairperson, please allow me. Please.
Let's not make it a point of debate.
No, Chairperson, this is not a debate. This is me appealing for my right to be treated like everyone else. People came to sit in this chair here and they were throwing mud left, right, and center. I'm suggesting that this ad hoc committee investigate what I'm saying. If you're asking me for evidence, I'm telling you, subpoena the records of that hotel. Subpoena the books. It was bought with our tax money. You are Parliament. You have the right to do it. And if you find out that the PKTT was housed there, arrest these people. And if they weren't, bring charges against me. That's how confident I am. Because I'm telling you now, this is money laundering. Can we continue, please, Advocate?
Okay,
Honorable Skosana.
Thank you, Chair. The witness is raising the issue, but I just wanted to find out quickly. You say the PKTT stay in that hotel or in that house or is washing machines?
Yes, Chief, in that washing machine.
I'm sorry?
I can confirm, yes, Chair.
No, what I'm asking is, are you saying, because you want clarity on that, is PKT members staying in that hotel or in that building? Or is it the washing machines which are you concerned about?
They are in that hotel and they are running up a laundry bill of 500,000 rand a month while they're living in a hotel. You figure that out because I can't.
Yeah, but what I want to find out, is there anything wrong if they are staying in that hotel?
It's a crime intelligence building, sir. They shouldn't be there. The PKTT is not an arm of crime intelligence. They should not be there.
Yeah, but okay, that's a debate for our conversation.
I'm looking forward to that, Honorable Skosana.
Do you want to debate this, honorable members? I can give you time. I don't have a problem with having a long night.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable Adams, just help me understand here. I just need clarity. PKTT team, is that not made up of SAPS members who forms part of crime intelligence, who has formed a task team, now brought to Gauteng, operating as counterintelligence to assist with investigations into the drug syndicates and the likes of Mr. Kat Matlala? Because remember, we were told that they were doing so well in KZN. They were brought to Gauteng. Some of the members were then opted into the counterintelligence and were sort of bringing down these criminal syndicates. So those members aren't necessarily from Gauteng. Could it not be that obviously they're staying there? The only problem I would then have is if they are actually staying in a building that's owned by the state crime intelligence and still sort of paying for accommodation. If you can just give me clarity on that.
Yes, thank you, Honorable James. So the PKTT was formed at the behest of the President, and their job is to investigate political killings. They are ordinary SAPS members who have been seconded to form the PKTT. As far as I know, they are not from crime intelligence. They may work with counterintelligence or even with crime intelligence, but they are not crime intelligence. Furthermore, they are staying at the hotel. I'm asking of Parliament, request those books. Let us see what is being charged for the PKTT to stay there. Because that hotel was bought without tax money. I tell you tonight, Honorable James, that if a member of the PKTT is to leave to join intelligence, he's no longer a member of the PKTT, and vice versa. The PKTT has one job, to investigate political killings. Now, let me explain to you how the PKTT does not investigate political killings. We have a Human Rights Commission report that claims that, that finds that Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo failed at his job, which gave rise to the KZN uprisings. 300 and odd people died. Those were politically motivated deaths. The PKTT does not sit with one of those dockets. Instead, it's chasing a drug dealer in Joburg. They don't have the mandate to do that. This is my problem. This should be our problem. And I'm not fighting anybody. I'm saying to you, no, we'll get to that later. Thank you.
Okay. Should I proceed?
Osana, are you fine? Can we proceed?
Chair, I hope I will also get a little bit more time because I'm watching. Oh, okay.
How much more time do you still need, Advocate White?
No, Chair, I will obviously try to finish as quickly as I could, but maybe an extra 10 to 15 minutes because by the rate we're going.
No. I have given you until 22:30.
Sorry, Chair?
I have given you until 22:30.
Oh, thank you, Chair. Then you're making a very, also what I consider a serious statement, given that you are serving on the Police Portfolio Committee. And you say, without giving any detail, in paragraph 20 of your statement, you say, what I can say without any reservation is that the Police Oversight Committee has failed in its mandate and failed the people of South Africa for obvious reasons.
I am a member of the Police Oversight Committee.
Why do you say that?
This is a self-criticism. We could have done better.
In what respect?
For a year, we have allowed General Masimola to sit in that committee, to lie to us, to refuse to answer. We have failed. And there are strong personalities on that committee, like me, like Honorable Skosana, like Honorable Kola Barnard. There's some real bulldogs there, but these people have gotten away with it anyway. I tell you, it's self-reflection. We have failed. Chairperson is a hand.
Honorable Skosana.
Thank you, Chair. I just want I want to go back again, Chair, that it will be a sweeping statement to say General Masemola does not respond to our question. He does respond. I don't think it's correct for us to say that he comes to the committee, he doesn't want to answer. I don't think it's fair, Honorable Member. It would be really misleading because if you go to the Hansard, you'll find that when we ask questions, when we meet them, he might not give us satisfactory answers as perhaps you want, but it would be misleading to say he doesn't answer question, Chair. Just wanted us to be on the same wavelength. Otherwise, we'll be told that we have lied before the ad hoc committee. I don't think it's correct because it does answer questions. Thank you, Chair.
Taken, Honorable Member. Can we proceed?
Thank you, Chair. Then, Mr. Adams, I'd like to deal with your complaint that you made to the Inspector General. So you say in paragraph 21 that you've lodged a complaint on the 16th of May. Sorry, rather, on the 16th of May, you emailed the IG and you, as the complainant in the matter of cases that you've laid, I take it, is this cases that you've laid with the IG? Is it in the norm? Is this normal to go and lay charges with the IG? I think I've asked this before.
I actually don't know what's normal in the line or the way the IG works, ma'am. It was my first interaction with him. I'm referring to myself as the complainant because I had told the IG that these are my complaints and here's the paperwork that I think may back it up. So I'm referring to myself colloquially there.
Okay. So now on page 52, you have attached the email that you've sent to the IG, 52 of the annexure bundle. You have it.
Thank you.
And you say there, dear IG, could you please tell me what is the status of your investigation into the investigation of the complaint laid against the police generals by Honorable Fadiel Adams? Has the investigation been completed? So here we know now that you've asked the IG to conduct an investigation against is this General Kumalo and them?
General Kumalo, Madondo, and Lushaba.
Okay. And then in paragraph 21 of your statement, you say, the IG confirmed that he has completed his report in relation to the cases that I have opened against the Divisional Commission of Crime Intelligence, and it is now with the Minister. Please see email correspondence. There's a report that the IG has prepared, which is, I think it's considered classified. Does this report, the infamous report of the IG, the now suspended IG, does it deal with, is it on the strength of your complaint that he did the report?
If I read the media, thank you, Advocate. If I read the media reports and the information contained therein, then it does appear. But what you see in the media, you know what, the media is the media. I do believe it relates to the complaints that I made.
Okay, Honorable Matthys.
Thank you, Chair. Just some clarity on the annexure bundle, page 52, that the advocate referred to. This is not an email that was sent from Honorable Adams, or is it the wrong, that was sent from Honorable S. Frenchman?
He uses that email address. If Honorable Matthys, if you could look at the other emails he sent to the Minister as well, it's the same address and it would be signed Honorable Adams, but this one was written Honorable Frenchman. But more importantly, he also says in his statement that it is his email.
If I may, just some clarity. I seem to have endless problems with this laptop, so it's in at IT for days at any given time. So in certain instances, if I need to send an urgent email, I will use my colleague's a laptop who sits right next in the office right next to me. So in this, and I think one or two other cases, I've said, can I just use your laptop, and I'll just forward the email. Sorry, but it is my email, Honorable Matthys. She's very observant.
Honorable Matthys, are you satisfied?
Not really, Honorable Adams, but you even sign it off as Honorable S. Frenchman. And it even says there, it doesn't say, it says here the complaint laid against the police generals by Honorable Fadiel Adam. So it doesn't say the complaint that I laid.
Yes, Honorable Matthys. Remember, the IGI doesn't know who Frenchman is. So I put my name in this, you can understand, so he can understand that it is relating to that. And also the signature at the bottom, it's the way her laptop is set up, that any email sent, that comes up at the bottom, and I didn't want to interfere with that, so I just sent it.
Okay, but you could have just deleted and signed it off.
Well, I'll do that next time. Sorry about that.
Honorable Nola.
Thanks, Chair. I think Honorable Matthys covered part of what I wanted to follow up on. That was the recipient of the email then, which is the suspended IGI, aware that this is the complainant following up on his complaint. Because here it's written, as one of my pages is saying, it's written as though that it's someone else who's following up on your behalf. And the details of the email actually are talking about someone else, not you.
May I, Chairperson? The IGI actually called to confirm and replied afterwards via email. I said to him, my laptop is in at IT. I'm not receiving emails. I'm not sending emails, and that was when he responded.
Are you fine, Honorable Member? Honorable Skosana, I'll come to you, Honorable Sokanya.
Chair, a quick one. I think because I sit in that committee, it will be improper not to put things into a correct perspective. It should not be recorded as true that PKTT is just ordinary SAPS members, because it's a combination of officers specializing in various aspects of investigation. With Lieutenant General Kumalo, as you know, serves as a head of crime intelligence, and is a designated project leader of the PKTT. I think let's put that on record. It's not only there's a lot of people in that PKTT who are specializing in the different aspects. Do you agree, Honorable Member?
No, I do not agree, Honourable Member, and I'll explain to you why. They are all SAPS members, whether they're investigative, whether they're forensics, whether they are all SAPS members, they're all operational team, besides the prosecutors. Furthermore, the head of intelligence can never be the head of a combat unit, because that's where the accountability gets lost. For instance, I can give you, if I'm the head of intelligence, I can give you this intelligence report and tell you, you need to do this.
Yeah.
There has to be objectivity for someone to say, hold on a second, this might not be correct.
No, what I'm saying, what I'm correcting you, in your statement, what you said now, you said that these are not members of the crime intelligence who are in the as a MKT, as a PKT team. So I'm saying to you, there's various members. There's some members from the crime intelligence in the PKTT.
My chief, thank you very much, Honourable Member. If there are members of intelligence there, then that is okay. Maybe that is a good thing. But I'm telling you, there are members that are not of intelligence.
Yeah, but
Can I finish, please? That are now being housed in an intelligence building. Now, surely that's against protocol. I'm not going to get into an argument. I'm saying to you that if the building is purchased with the proceeds of crime intelligence monies, with crime intelligence monies, it should be used for crime intelligence only. That's all I'm saying. And if that's the point of debate, then we should have that debate.
Oh, it can't be right, Chair. I think I must correct our honourable member. You can't dictate to the police that if this house is for, it's a SAPS building. Crime intelligence, it doesn't matter. But what I'm saying to you, what I wanted to correct you on that aspect, saying that the PKTT, some members are from crime intelligence. Do you agree?
I'm not disputing that because I don't know the members of the PKTT.
Thank you.
Can I finish? No.
I'm fine.
No. What I'm saying to you, Chief, is if a member is not from crime intelligence, he's not allowed to drive their vehicles, he's not allowed to stay in the accommodation, he's not. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I don't really.
Well, then thank you.
I really don't understand.
No,
But thank you. At a later stage, Chair.
let's do this. I don't think that we were correct now to go into the anatomy of the PKTT. No.
I was making a follow-up on what has been raised by Honorable Mateus and Honorable Ngola on the issue of Honorable Frenchman making a follow-up, because on page 51, there is a response from the office of the IGI, whereby they're saying that to Honorable Frenchman has already responded to Honorable Adams. So I'm saying that two people are inquiring about the investigation. It's Honorable Frenchman and Honorable Adams, by the look of things, looking at the response of the office of the IGI.
What is your comment on that statement?
If I'm understanding what my honorable colleague said, Chairperson, I had a choice. I could either wait for my laptop to be fixed, or I could use my colleague's laptop to send an email. It's really that simple. And sorry, Chair, and I'll even own it that my admin could have been a little bit less sloppy than that, but that's what it is.
Honorable Sokanyile.
No, I was saying that Honorable Adams must say that also Honorable Frenchman is making up a follow-up on the case he has opened. So he's assisting, if he can say that like that, because it reflects like that in the correspondence, if he can say so, not to say that he was using the laptop of another person. Thank you.